Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. You're tuned into the Grand Slam show. I'm one of your coaches, Bradley.
And I'm Chris.
Hope y'all are doing all right today. We got a lot to cover. Uh, we're going to start today out with the typical last 7 day stats. Uh, Number one on the list hitting wise is Luis Arias. He's hitting 600, on base percentage 615, slugging 760, OPS 1.375. With 15 hits, scored 7 times, 4 doubles. The most impressive thing about that is he hasn't struck out at all. He's one walk, 0 strikeouts. Uh, Pretty impressive. Number two, Haynes with Pittsburgh, average 560. Uh, he's hitting 560, but he's also 560 on base percentage. 840 slugging for 1.4400 OPS. 14 hits, 2 doubles, 1 triple, 1 homer, 5 RBIs, 0 walks. Arias also had 9 RBIs. I left that out. Mac McLain, Cincinnati, hitting 400, 438, 633 is a slash line. OPS 1.071, 30 at bats, 12 hits, 3 doubles, 2 triples, no home runs, 1 RBI, two walks. Josh Naylor coming in the fourth spot, 440 average, 481, 660 slash line, OPS 1.081, 11 hits, 4 doubles, 5 RBIs. And then coming out to round it up is your boy Otani. Let's go MVP. Uh, 458 average, 519 on base percentage, 958, 1.477 OPS, 11 hits, 4 doubles, 1 triple, 2 homers, 6 RBIs, 3 walks, and 3 Ks. So he's hitting pretty good. So that's your top five last 7 day hitters in the entire league. Um, Not surprised Reyes is up there. I mean, he's on
No,
he's
not at
on
all.
he's on record pace here.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Do you what do you think? You think he's gonna be finishing up hitting 400? What do you agree or disagree with that?
Um, it's gonna be a tough task. He'll be up there, but I don't know if he'll finish the year off at 400. I mean, we still got a lot of season left. All it takes one little slump and he's off. Is this Zach right here? Corbin? What's he hitting? He wasn't on our list on the last 7 days. But what do you think? You think he'll be over 400 by the end of the year?
No, no, there's
No,
no
yeah,
way.
I don't think so either.
No, I
He
think
said,
it's well, we're only 2 months into the game. This is a 6 month. Um, it's a 6 month season. 162 games, and I think they're maybe if they're halfway through. So they still got a lot of games left behind, and for some reason, negative at bats they're worse than hits. So which means like the more at bat you get and don't get a hit, the more it's gonna impact your average than you were to get hit. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And the longer the season goes, the harder it becomes. So he's gonna have to get a lot of hits to be able just to move it up a certain amount of points by by September, by the end of the season. But it's I mean it's not an easy task. It's a pretty hard task. The last there's a last few hitters that has done it, and not even 400. but
Yeah.
pretty close. It's there's been a few guys who has done it. You know, DJ LeMahieu, I think he hit 371, 372. Ichiro hit 372. I want to say I'm not gonna count Juan Soto in there because of the 2020 short season, but you know those are the two guys that has really hit, you know,
Yeah.
so high up. Now the only two batters that have ever done or hit over 400 has been um, obviously Ted Williams and
Yeah.
I forgot his name, but it's one of the players for the Negro League. He did it before Ted Williams, and then Ted Williams uh, was the last one in the American and National League. So,
Gotcha.
but the the cool thing about it is that he can possibly win the batting title, which it has been done. The last person that did it was DJ LeMahieu when he was
Yeah.
with uh, the Rockies
Mm,
and the Yankees. But Arias is going to be the first one to do it in different leagues and in back-to-back years. So that's pretty interesting.
gotcha. Hey, who's in the comments here? Yo Zach. He round out at Corbin Carroll coming at eighth. He's hitting 476 average. Now this is just last 7 days. We're sourcing it from Yahoo Sports. 476 average, 542 on base percentage, slugging a 1.143, OPS 1.685, 21 at bats, 8 runs, 10 hits, 2 doubles, no triples, 4 homers, 8 RBIs, 2 base on balls, 3 strikeouts, 2 stolen bases. So how he didn't make it in the top 5, I have no idea, but he is definitely on fire.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's
he
destroying
was smoking
baseballs.
it. But good call there, man. Yeah, I don't know why Yahoo don't have him in the top 5, but I mean those are top 5 numbers for sure. Like I said, he's on fire there.
Oh yeah.
But uh, anyways, did you want to move into the prospects?
Yeah, let's talk about some prospects real quick.
All right.
So, you know, with the prospects, obviously we talked about last week about, you know, the prediction on who was getting the call up pretty soon, and we talked about Ellie De La Cruz, and
Yeah,
maybe two, three
Ellie got
days,
the call up,
maybe
and
2, 3 days
and
later,
and, and we talked about Walker too.
yeah, and Walker as well, and both of them got called up uh, in the same week.
Yeah,
Walker has been doing pretty good so far.
yeah,
I think he went deep twice already since he got the call up.
gotcha.
Um, but Ellie De La Cruz, he was pretty exciting to watch. Um, so Cincinnati has a pretty good thing going for them, and
Right.
the only thing that I'm kind of like question mark about it is who is they're gonna call up next because they got so many prospects
Yeah, they got 6,
and
and those for y'all tuned in, if you can see the screen, this is off of the minor league or major league website. As you can see, we filtered it by MLB Top 100. Their stats for 23 batters, and they have to have a minimum of 150 plate appearances. And so then it
yeah,
gives you how everybody is ranked out if they meet that criteria.
yeah,
So, anyways, go
and I'm
ahead, Chris. Sorry.
no, and I'm pretty disappointed that they got, you know, they got Ellie De La Cruz. If you keep scrolling down, they got Noelvi Marte. That's who they got from
Right
the
here,
Luis Castella's
Cincinnati.
trade. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So he's ranked 21st, and I'm kind of disappointed they don't have Encarnacion Strand in there because the guy's, you know, he's tearing up baseballs, and he's gonna be the second one to get called up. I
Yeah.
hope I'm hoping by before All-Star break, if not right after that, because I think he's going to be someone that's going to make a huge impact on the team as
Yeah,
well.
and is he's probably not on here because he may not be a top 100 prospect.
And
I'm sure if we filter it by just all players, he'd probably be toward the top if he's got
and
that good of an average.
yeah, and it's crazy because that guy, in 194 play appearance, he's hit 356 with 16 home runs and you know 44
Yeah.
RBIs. I mean, he's destroying baseball this year. So I'm actually pretty surprised that he's not on the MLB top 100 prospects league. I kind of disagree with them not having, in the least top 20.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Maybe he'll make his way up. If he just started hitting like that, give it a little time, and some of that stuff you got to sustain. Players can go through ups and downs, but
yeah,
I
yeah,
feel like to be in that top 100, you got to sustain it a little while. You can't have like 2 good months. But
right. And
we'll see how it goes.
he has been doing his minor league career. It's pretty good. It's pretty interesting. In 2022 across 3 teams, he hit 32 home runs and 114 RBIs.
Hmm.
So he has production all on his side. I mean, the guy
Yeah.
can flat out hit. So I'm just
Uh,
shocked that he's not in the top 100.
Another one I'm thoroughly impressed with. We've talked about him before. Is right here, Jackson Holiday. That dude's crushing the ball
Yes.
too, man. 348, 482 OBP, 591 slugging. Uh, Crushing it. Look for him to do well and move up the ranks. And he's still 19, so he's still got
Yeah. I think it's too soon, in my opinion, to
yeah,
have him in the top 100. That's my opinion. I disagree with it. I think it's his first major league season. Coming
yeah,
out of high school, so not a whole lot that he has shown for. I mean, he has shown good stuff so far. Don't get me wrong, but I think
yeah,
there's more that needs to be seen. If you know,
yeah. I mean, he's already hit 7 homers. So a lot of this was in single A, but give him a year or two. I was just someone to look out for.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's Baltimore's guy. They've got, as you can tell, they've got the most top 100 at eight prospects. So
Now I want to talk about somebody else too. What do you think? What's your thoughts on Pete Crow Armstrong and now on the Cub roster yet?
right here, Pete Crow
Yes.
Armstrong. He's hitting it good. That's for sure. He's in
You know,
Double A. He's 21. Uh,
he,
we'll
you know,
see.
he, I think he's another one that I'm kind of like shocked that he's not. I mean, yes, he's in Double A. Don't get me wrong, but he has shown some pretty good stuff in his minor league career so far, and I think he's one that's going to make a big impact too on their roster, on the Cubs roster, because the guy can hit, he can throw, he can run. I
Yeah,
mean, look at that. He got 15 stolen bases so far. So my thing
yeah,
is like why I was very curious to why they haven't called him up yet. You know, with Bellinger hurt, and they put Mike Talkman out there, and he hasn't done a whole lot. And I know they have. I know they also got.
yeah. I
Um,
mean, that's the thing
can they
is
go?
he can do well, but if there's someone in AAA that's just a tad better or a tad older, it's kind of one of those things. Like Christian Pache, when he was in Atlanta, they didn't really have a spot for him, but he goes over to the Phillies and he plays every day,
Yeah,
or he
yeah,
goes to the A's and he plays every day. So if they've got someone, and I'm not sure if they do, but if they got someone in AAA that's, putting up the same numbers, then that's kind of why you would think he's back there. But he has a lot of potential for sure.
yeah.
Like I
That's
said, he's
without a doubt.
21, Double A, and he's hitting good. I mean, he's hitting 280, uh, and he has 8 homers, 3 triples, 7 doubles. uh, 30 runs, 32 RBIs, 14 walks. So he's doing well. The
Yeah,
biggest number
he's.
that I don't like about him is that left on base. But if you look at Jordan Walker, he leaves a lot more on base.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Uh, let's see. Jordan Walker also has a lot, 80 more plate appearances too.
yeah. That's
So
another
he's
thing you
he's on
gotta.
he's on pace to leave it on about the same.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's another thing you gotta um, keep in mind too. But the other person that I was gonna say something about is, you know, I mentioned Mike Talkman. And they also got a prospect, uh, Matt Mervis. He has some pretty good minor league numbers, but so far in the big league, he hasn't shown a whole lot. I mean, I get it. He's not getting everyday at bats, but with what
Yeah,
he's gotten, he hasn't shown a whole lot. So my thing is just like, why not give him a shot? You know, at this point, you don't really have anything to lose other than give him a little bit of experience and something to look forward. Like Jordan Walker, he got called up the first 2 3
yeah.
weeks of baseball.
He was
You
hitting
know,
it good. I don't know why they turned him. I don't know why they sent him back down.
yeah. Well, he struggled after his hot week or so. He struggled.
Oh,
You
okay,
know,
I got
yeah. I think he
you.
ended up hitting like one something. He
Okay, I
was like
got you.
3 for 20 something. Can't really
Yeah,
remember, but yeah, he struggled pretty bad, and they sent him down. Which, you know, I get it, but he took it to the minor league, and he started doing a little bit better. You know,
yeah,
and earned the call up again, and now you see what he's done so far in the last few games. So, and that's just kind of the things, you know, they gotta be able to see what to look for, and if they struggle, if they can't keep up with it, they can send them down, fix what they need to fix, whether it's, you know, physically or mentally, and then be ready for the next time because they already
yeah,
know what they're gonna be looking forward to.
yeah. I mean, not everyone. Uh, Most players don't go up the first time and stay up. The only one I really know is like an Acuna. But I mean, you
Right.
even look at Trout. Trout back in 2011 was sent back down. He came back up in 12. He didn't start with the Angels in 12. He got brought up in that 2012 season. Look at Michael Harris now. I mean, Michael Harris is batting in the 100s. There's very few players I feel like that come up and just go off the wall. A lot of them need to come up, get sent down, then go back up.
Yeah.
Um,
And see,
but
and I think the same thing is gonna happen to Ellie De La Cruz. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like watching him play. He's pretty exciting, but I don't think he's gonna get it the first time. I think he's gonna have his hot streak like everybody else, and I think he's gonna struggle, and I think he's gonna being sent down.
yeah,
But I think he's gonna figure it out. And he's gonna be a good player. So
yeah. I mean, he's young. He's 21.
right,
I mean, he only has 203 plate appearances, so his sample for this year. But we'll see. Um, yeah, I mean, he'll be fine. But I agree with you. He'll probably come back down. I mean, the Reds are doing good though. They need someone like Ellie. I mean, when his first game, man, that stadium was full.
yeah. Everybody was excited to watch him.
Yeah. So, you got anybody else you want to talk about, or does that wrap it up?
Um, let me see. So they're not in here, but in the MLB Top 100. But the Mets are making some pretty desperate moves. So I noticed that they call up, obviously, a few weeks ago, their number one prospect, which was Francisco Alvarez, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, the guy is in conversation for rookie of the year so far. He's doing pretty good. And last week, or well, this week, they just call up their number 2 prospect, if I'm not mistaken, which was Mark Vientos. And let me see. Sorry about that. I'm trying to see if I can find him. So Mark Vientos, he was destroying baseballs in minor league. I mean, he's huge too. He's what, like 6'3", 6'4"?
Yeah, I don't know that much about him.
Yeah, so
Who is CES? They're slept on. Who we talking about here?
Christian Encarnacion Strand.
Okay, that's who we're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, Zach says he's slept on.
Yeah, big time. Big time. So, and like I said, it's just gonna be a matter of time before they gave him an opportunity, and he's gonna show up in the big league roster pretty soon.
Yeah.
But Mark Vientos, man, I had his stats here.
So yo, Zach, when we finish up this, we're gonna try out a new format. We're gonna call it a yay or nay segment, and essentially what we're gonna do is take and ask like kind of a hot take question. We have a few today, and if I ask it, Chris, one of my questions, I'll ask it. Chris will say yay or nay, and why he agrees or disagrees, and then I'll say either my yay or nay on it and why I agree or disagree. And it may be that me and Chris go in a conversation if we disagree on both sides of it. So that's kind of a new format we're gonna work on. It's gonna be more opinion based. I mean, we're gonna have stats, but we're gonna ask more like opinions type questions. Were you able to find it, Chris?
Yeah, so we
Okay,
defined it. So the 2023 minor league stats for Mark Vientos, it's in 141 play appearances, it's 13 home runs and 333 batting average, and his OPS is over 1100. So it makes sense for them to make that move and call him up, and I think they're at this point they're kind of desperate. They really are. They're really struggling, and it's gonna be a matter of time before they also bring up Ronnie Mauricio, which is another prospect that they have that is doing pretty good.
Gotcha.
So,
all right. Well, that'll wrap up the prospects and the last 7 day stats. And so now we're gonna run right on into that yay or nay. We're looking for a more wittier name for it. Another podcast that does it, they do spot on, spot off, but I don't feel like we need to steal their verbiage. So for now, we're gonna go yay or nay. First question up on the board is obviously, if you're a baseball fan, you saw the breaking news with DeGrom and how he's going back for Tommy John. It'll be a second time getting the surgery, but he just signed a pretty good deal with Texas. The question is, with DeGrom's being so injury prone, will he go down as one of the best all times, or at least one of the best in his era? What do you think, Chris? Yay or nay? Just to throw out his career stats, he's a 44.6 WAR, 84-57 record, win-loss record, 2.53 ERA, and that's all. That's career stats. So, what's your take on that? You think he'll go down as one of the best all time, or one of the best all time in his era, or how will his legacy be when he leaves?
I'll say yes. Yay on on the best all time on his era,
Okay,
but not all time. Only because injuries.
right. He's been out a lot.
Yeah,
His numbers are good, but
and
I'm gonna have to go. Go ahead.
no, and I was gonna say, in each decade you can pretty much guarantee there's gonna be somebody that's gonna be this is the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, you know, anybody can argue. I would say the last from 2015 to 2020, yeah, he's probably the best all time from that time span.
yeah. I mean, I agree with you, but he's out so much. I mean, I don't know. He's definitely got the numbers. All right, don't get me wrong. I mean, when he's pitching, he pitches good. But if you can keep him, if you can keep him pitching, I mean, if you and I'll compare him to one of his teammates in Scherzer. I mean, Scherzer has probably similar numbers, but he's durable. That dude's never been hurt. The one time he's ever been hurt really is here lately, and that's
Yeah,
just because
well,
he's getting old. I mean, he's like he's like 40. DeGrom's 34, so he's
yeah,
a little
and
bit
I was gonna
younger.
say that's the difference, and it all depends on the workload. Every player has their own kind of thing because everything factors in, like the arm slot, what they throw, how fast they throw. No one is meant to throw 100 miles per hour consistently, and DeGrom does it with ease. So that's gonna put a lot of wear and tear on his arm. Um, and you know, I don't know, man. Baseball has become a sport of like injuries, man. People get out for blisters and a cut on the finger to get put on the 10-day IL. It's
Yeah, I
just
mean,
it's just
yeah,
crazy. But
they're big babies, but
yeah.
I mean, you pay them millions and they go out for turf toe. I've always said that. I mean, how do you think that flip the script on that? How do you think that would go over in the NFL or hockey? Well, you can't go hockey for turf toe, but maybe ice burn. I don't know. I mean, you
you
know what I
can't.
mean?
Yeah, you can't. You got to
Um,
tough it up.
or even soccer, man. I mean, like you said, 10-day IL for turf toe or a blister on the finger. I mean, or I don't know.
And
Sometimes I think some of that is they manipulate. They
yes,
manipulate it because it's such a long season and so many games that that's a way to get people rest, but then not to
yep,
take a hit on the roster because
yep. Well, the thing
25
is
man, 40
too.
man. So
So I agree with you there. They do that and they create those ghost injuries so they can open up a spot on the roster for somebody else that perhaps wasn't on the 40-man roster, which I know they do that a lot. I believe they did that with Max Free, the bracelet that with Max Free. They transfer him into the 60-day IL, but he has been throwing flat grounds and he's gonna
oh, I
miss some
got you.
times. So they put him on the IL. There's no clear timetable when he's supposed to be back. There is you know, and next thing you notice, oh, we're gonna bring up such and such, or if they don't designate somebody for assignment, then they create these fake injuries. Not saying that the ground's injury is fake, but
Oh no, he's getting Tommy John again, second time.
yeah,
Yeah,
and that's the thing. Going back to the ground uh, injuries, and at his age, you ask the question: is he gonna be the same when he gets back? Not everybody makes it back.
yeah. I mean, he's been back
You-
once.
Right, but at his age, is he gonna be the same that he was? Is he
Yeah.
gonna be prime the ground? He's gonna be. Is,
That's the problem. That's my
is
whole
he
problem with him being the best all time. Is because now is his prime years. But go ahead.
right?
Sorry, what were you saying?
No, no, and I was just gonna say, is he gonna be worth what the Rangers are paying him?
No,
So
I mean, dude's 34. You talking about? he might hit another big league game when he's 36. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
if you ask me, he's done. I mean, I don't know, dude. I mean, he pitches well, so he might come back and he might. I don't see him pitching past 41 or 42,
I think
so
I
he might
think
have 5 or 6 good years left.
that's if he's lucky because I believe so with his injury history, and he'll be back in 2025.
Yeah, he's got to sit out a year. He'll go get the
So
surgery done. It'll be a year.
so he might make it. Let's just say he makes it to 2024, and it's late in the season, like September or late October, whatever. I think from that point on into the next season, the Rangers are going to be very cautious as to how many innings he throws,
Yeah,
and they're going to keep a close eye on him because they don't want to lose. They don't want to lose out, you know, on the ground again.
I mean,
Now,
this point, if the dude, the dude is limited because of his age and his injuries. If I was the Rangers, I would limit him to like a 70 or 80 pitch count, unless he was throwing a no hitter.
right,
You
and
know,
the other question, I ask you, whether you agree or disagree, is do you think that's going to make a big impact on their team this year or going forward?
nah. Have you seen their? I mean, he's been out most of the year, anyways, right?
Yeah.
I
Yep.
mean, look at what they're doing. They're not. I mean, they've got good pitchers. That's keeping them in games, obviously, or else they wouldn't be winning like they are. But go look at their offensive production. I mean, they're making up weight. I mean, they were ranked. We went over them last episode. They were right there with Tampa. They were top three in everything, but they were top three in most things, and then top five in everything else. I mean, they're just
Yeah.
crushing the baseball, scoring runs.
They're I think I'm pretty sure their MLB ranks number 2 team, so
Yeah, well,
they're doing pretty good.
Yozak makes a good point. Bullpen Degrom. I mean, he would be nasty out of the bullpen, but that is a plausible um that's a plausible option there. I mean, that
I
would
don't
keep
think
his. Go
I don't
ahead.
think he will be for the first, only because of the money that he's getting paid. But it
Yeah,
is a good idea to put him on the bullpen when he gets
yeah.
back from Tommy John.
He wouldn't have the exposure to be able to get hurt again too much.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
but anyways, that wraps up the Grom. Yeah, I mean, going forward, you're saying yeah. I'm saying I don't know. I mean, he's got the numbers, but I mean, dude can't string together 2 straight seasons. You know what I mean? He's always out doing something.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
you got to look at like that Max Scherzer durability. But
yeah.
yeah,
Not a
and he's not gonna. They're not gonna. Uh, Texas ain't gonna struggle without him.
No, no. They're doing good. Everybody, and the thing is about them is everybody's doing their part.
Yeah, yeah,
Everybody is contributing some way or another. I mean, look at Adolis Garcia. He's crushing it. John Gray is performing great, and he's not known to be, you know, a great pitcher, but he's going he's doing pretty good this year. What's his name? Dane Dunning is doing pretty good. He showed flash of doing good last year, and he has kept the same momentum going so far this year. And they got Nathan Yobaldi, who is doing fantastic. Uh, who else they got? They also got a prospect, Jack Leiter Jr., who struggled last year, and this year he has been doing pretty decent. So depending on how he continues to perform, he might get a call up later on through the season just to give him some innings. But other
yeah,
than that, I mean, everybody's doing their part. They got
yeah,
Josh Young, who's pretty much rookie of the year so far. If not
yeah.
top 5 for sure.
Got you. Yeah.
So yeah, they're gonna be fine. They're gonna do good.
What'd you have for a yay or nay question?
So for my J or A question, do you think that Kansas City is gonna trade Salvador Perez and start a rebuild after that.
They should. Yay. I mean, I'm yay for doing that. Because Kansas City needs some help. Salvador Perez, you could probably get a lot out of him. I don't know. I don't know who would need him, but you could get a lot out of him. I imagine. I mean, it's Perez. He's good. You could probably get some prospects and kind of go on the rebuilding phase from there. So I'm yay for trading him, and maybe they'll trade him to a contender. You know, that always happens. Trade deadline comes up. A contender is missing one piece, and then you got sellers, and they buy up someone like Perez in his last year or two in his contract. You know what I mean? And then that gives Perez also a way to go win one. Was he with Kansas City won one in the recent future, right?
Yeah, they won 2015.
Yeah, was he with them then? I'm assuming.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. He's been with them the whole time.
Yeah, but it gives him a chance to go win another because I don't think they're going to compete right now. So I'm yay for trading him. Go ahead and get what you can out of him.
I'm gonna say no.
No, why not?
Yeah, no.
You just think he's a lifer in Kansas City?
Yeah.
Or you think they won't be able to get whatever they're worth? Hey, Freddie was a lifer. Dansby was supposed to be a lifer.
You're right, but so here's my thing with that. So Salvador Perez comes with a pretty pricey tag on him, and he has been rumored to get traded, and he's not gonna be the only one that's gonna get traded. So he's gonna be dealt in a package, meaning it's gonna be Salvador Perez and somebody else, and I'm pretty sure. Can you guess who's the other person?
Bobby Witt?
No.
Who? Sorry.
Chapman.
Oh, yeah. I forgot Chapman's with him.
Yeah.
I thought they were already talking about DFA. Or no, they were talking about trading him. Yeah.
Chapman so Chapman and Salvador Perez. So teams that are interested in Chapman or Salvador Perez won both of them in a package deal. So, is it really worth it? Yeah, I mean, I think that's the only reason that Kansas got Chapman for, basically as a trade bait. He does good, trade him out, you get something for him. He doesn't do good, you DFA him or send him down or release him.
Yeah.
So I
Chapman's
think that's
kind of past his prime in a way. I feel like.
Yeah. I don't know, man. He's still throwing 103.
Yeah, but Chapman. Dude don't want to show up to camp.
I say he had some pretty rough moments.
Yeah, I had him as my closer on Fantasy League a couple years back. Boy, did I regret that. Dude couldn't save a game to save his life. It was absolutely garbage. And I thought I picked him up. He was with the Yankees. I was like, hell yeah, he's gonna have plenty of save opportunities. And he was gonna get the job done. And he was blowing like every other one. He'd save one, blow one, save one, blow one, save one, blow one, save one, blow one, just like that, all season long.
See, I guess that's what happened when you play for the Yankees. Because if you look into it, they're the one team that gets all the big names, and they can't seem to catch a break afterwards.
Currently 9-0 in fantasy. But let me tell you something about fantasy, buddy. Chapman pissed me off so bad. Last time I did fantasy, I just quit playing, all because of him. It was garbage. But yeah, to your point, we talked about this before. I'm not a believer that money buys wins.
No,
you got to have chemistry and all the other things.
Yeah, there's a lot that needs to get done. And a lot of some of the players seem to struggle because he struggled with Chapman. Some of it was in the field,
Yeah.
but most of it was outside the field.
Yeah.
And he brought him a lot of negative controversy on him and everything. But
Yeah.
it seems like he got his stuff together this year. He's been pretty quiet. He's just putting up numbers. And I think he's gonna get traded. I don't think Salvador Perez is gonna get traded with him. He's doing pretty good so far this year. I mean, he's hitting 282 and 12 home runs. The guy has a 119 WRC plus. So
Yeah.
he's doing pretty good. Um,
Yeah.
I put him on my first ballot All Star so far for this year, but I see him as the face of Kansas until he retires, and the fact that nobody's gonna pay him $20 million.
Gotcha. Hey Chris, I'm gonna pause off the chat for a second. I'm gonna share this screen, and you go ahead and go through your All Star ballot and pick it, or and pick it, and then I'll be back in just a second, okay?
Yeah.
And then we'll get back to yay or nay.
All right.
All right. So you see it on there? It's on there now. So if you go over to your browser tab, you should be able to go through and yep. All right. Just give me 1 second, okay?
All right. So first base, who are we gonna go with? Let's see. For the American League, Yanni Diaz, he's having a pretty good season. Vladimir Guerrero is not doing too bad. Kind of a slow season for him, but not the worst. Nathaniel Lowe is not doing bad at all. Matt Castle is doing pretty good. I'm gonna have to give it to Yanni Diaz for sure for the American League. So he's getting my vote so far. National League, Peter Alonso is leading MLB in home runs. Struggling getting on base. Let's see. Freddie Freeman. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Freddie Freeman. No doubt. Spencer Steer is doing pretty good. Christian Walker. It's not too bad. Paul Goldschmidt is doing Paul Goldschmidt. Yeah, I'm going to have to give it to Freddie Freeman for sure. He's getting my vote there. Second baseman. Let's go American League first. I always saw Tuvet on here. He's only been playing for 2 weeks. Gleyber Torres. That's not too bad. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Marco Semien. He's doing a lot with the Rangers. Definitely worth the money. Also, Albies. He's putting some crazy home run numbers. Strade's having a pretty good season. He was with the Yankees. Nolan Gorman is doing pretty good. Jonathan India. Tim Marte.
All right, I'm back. Sorry. My daughter has RSV, so she was crying. I was checking on her mom, make sure they were good.
Yeah, no problem. Just going over. Just go over.
Better not pick Vlad. Come on now.
No. I went with Yandy Diaz for first base.
That's who I was gonna go with too. Kidding me? No way I picked Vlad.
So for third base, I'm on third base now. I'm gonna be probably a little biased about this one. Um,
Machado. Oh, sorry. Did I say something?
no. I'm doing the American League first,
Oh, okay.
and then I'm hopping over to you know, I
You
want to give it to.
go ahead and pick the National. I mean, you know who you're gonna pick.
I'm actually gonna shock you in this one.
Arenado, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at there.
Yeah.
So on American League, I was gonna go with Rafael Devers, but I'm gonna give it to the rookie. I'm gonna give it to Josh John for sure. He's
Yeah.
doing pretty good,
Dude's killing it.
and
Arenado.
yeah, yeah, third base. And then we're hopping over to shortstop. In American League,
Oh,
there's
Buschetti.
yeah, yeah. He's gonna. Ooh, Corey Seager's not doing bad either. I mean,
Ooh.
power is not there yet, but he's
Yeah, but he
hitting
has less plate
325.
appearances though.
He does.
Yeah. I can tell you I'm going.
Wander Franco.
Yep. That's who I'm going. I'm going to tell you.
I'm gonna give it to Boba Shit. He has been a hitting machine the last few seasons, leading the league in hits.
I mean, hitting 324,
Yeah,
14 homers. I mean,
production is definitely there.
yeah. You
The
better not. I would disown you if you pick Lindor. Garbage. Garbage.
the National League seems. I think the American League is more stat than the National League this year.
Oh, maybe Orlando up there.
No,
Everyone say getting rid of Dansby was bad, but look at Orlando's numbers. Scroll back up. Look at RC's numbers.
yeah, he's honestly, I'm actually shocked that he's doing this good. Because coming into the season, everybody was like, "No, what are you doing?" But he's putting up some numbers. You know,
Yeah.
this is not his usual production. Let's just say,
No. No.
but my vote is gonna go to
Oh,
this
Trey.
rookie. No, I'm gonna give it
Uh,
to Mac McLean.
I see you're off on the rookie stuff right now.
Yeah, just a little bit. I think he's gonna keep performing the way he's performing.
Yeah.
Um, so, but then again, you know, it could change. This is just early votes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try to do this again before the end of the season. Not before the end of the season, before the All Star, and because some of these
Pick it.
names they might change. You know, you never know.
Who you got on catcher?
On catching for the American League, I'm gonna be biased with this one. There's some good catching out here.
Mm-hmm.
Some really good
Yeah.
catching. You know, you got Rutschman, Perez, Jonah Hine. Oof. I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Salvador Perez.
Solid choice.
So Gabriel Moreno, he's doing good, but there's only one obvious choice here, possibly two. You know, Will Smith's doing pretty good. He's a pretty good hitter. But I'm gonna give it to Sean Murphy. He's having a heck of a season. So outfielder, this is the toughest one. There's so many good outfielders. I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna give it to Jordan Alvarez. I like Jordan Alvarez. Um, let's see who we got. Ezekiel Duran is doing pretty good. Adolis Garcia is killing it. I mean, look at all these guys, man. They're doing pretty good. I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna give it to Judge. Hop on that Judge train. Jose Siri. You got Mike Trout. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. Let's see. Yeah, Randy. That's pretty rough. Randy could have gone. I'm gonna go with Acuna here. That's without a doubt. Mookie Betts. Man, the National League are pretty stacked on outfielder. They got more tough
Hey, y'all
choices.
viewing? Are y'all having any connection errors? I'm having some some lag here.
I'm gonna be
Y'all
biased here.
comment and let us know if it's coming through.
I'm gonna give it to Tatis Jr. because
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. But I think he's definitely, if he keeps producing the way he's producing, he's probably gonna get my vote before the end of the season. So we got Acuna. I'm gonna give it to. I'm gonna go with Mookie Betts, and it's between Corbin Carl and this one's gonna piss you off, but it's between Corbin Carl and Juan Soto. I mean, the guy. Look at the OPS, man. The guy has been hitting the ball.
He's been walking.
He's been hot recently.
He's been walking. What's his average?
269.
269. That's his career average. Take out the 2020 shortened season. He's a 260 hitter that walks 700 times a year. Hey, if they would just throw him the ball instead of being scared of him, they'd strike him out ass more than they do.
You only got to get on base. Somebody's gonna get you in there. I'm gonna go with Corbin Carl. I think he deserves it. Designated hitter. There's not a whole lot of option here, honestly. Brent Rooker has fallen off. He started pretty good. Stanton, nah.
Ohtani, go ahead and pick your Ohtani like everybody else in the world.
Where's Ohtani? He's not even here. Oh, hey.
Yeah, DH.
There you are. Yeah. Honestly, this was between Ohtani and Jake Burger. But I'm going to give it to Ohtani.
Yeah. I mean, why not? Everybody else is. Dude's something else.
On here, man. Soler is doing. He's just a power hitter. How is Joey Votto in here? That's my question.
But because it's more of a popularity thing. I mean, yeah, they go stats, but if you're talking about the All-Star game, it's more of a popularity thing, really. If we're being honest.
Yeah.
I mean, same with Altuve. Altuve's in there.
That is true, and he just got back. That's what I was saying. I was like, how is Altuve on there? He just got back from, making his season debut. So
bro, my wife just sent me a sick hat that's dropping, and I'm gonna buy it.
I went with JD Martinez. I think he's having a heck of a season. Look at that.
Yeah.
So that's my all-star pick right there.
Not bad. So wraps it up. I guess it's my go. Let's see. Boom. All right, here we go. Can you see my screen? What? Can you see
it? Just reading the comments. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that Gleason, by the way?
No.
Who is that?
Zach?
Yeah, Zach who?
That's a friend, Zach Carter.
Oh, okay. I got you.
RCA. Right. No, there's no way RCA was going to make that roster, man. There's no way.
Hey, bro, don't hate. Don't hate on Braves gang. All right, yeah. I mean, I'm going Yandy.
I told you I was gonna be biased towards Salvador Perez.
I'm going Yandy.
All right.
Obviously, I'm going Freeman. I don't even know why I was. Hold on. Yeah. I don't even know why I was looking that around. What are we on? Second base now.
Yeah, your second base.
Let's go. Who do you think I'm gonna go? Who'd you go?
There's only one obvious choice on there. Yeah,
Seaman?
He's
that's
the
who I was gonna go.
He's the only obvious choice.
I mean, what a battle here.
That's rough, man.
National League East, baby. Turning out ball players.
Look at Nolan Gorman. He's doing pretty good.
Where's he at?
Go up a little bit.
Oh, right up here. Yeah, 264. Yeah, my man McNeil. That dude always hits a high average. I'm surprised. He's actually having a down year. He should be somewhere well above 300.
I'm not big
on
him.
Look at old Stott. Yeah.
Yeah. Bryson Stott's on there.
I'm going to surprise the world. I'm going Stott. You disagree with that?
100%. Are you kidding me?
Hey, man. Look at the guy. 21 RBIs. I mean, he don't have many homers, 280 average.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Let's go. Let's give it to him.
Are you serious?
Who else are we going with?
Look at Ozzy Albies. All right.
Yeah.
Look at Ozzy Albies. All right.
I'm with you, but hey, man. Sometimes you gotta make hot takes. That's what people want to see. Bryson Stott it is.
I completely disagree with that.
Hey, is what dude's young. He's on a Philly team Phillies team that struggling, but after All-Star break, they'll turn it around.
We'll see.
They'll be in the race right there for the East. I like Stott. I mean, yeah, Ozzy and Reyes is putting up better numbers, but like I said, man, sometimes you got to take a hot take. I'm willing to take it on Stott. I like him.
Yeah, that's a pretty hot one.
Well,
I think that's going to change the second time we do this.
It probably will, but it's still early enough. We'll see. Give the man a chance. Hey, that's why you filled out yours and I'm filling out mine. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. What are we on? Third base?
Yeah.
Bregman's garbage.
Who'd
you pick? LeMahieu, man. What's up with you, dude? Come on.
You pick and I'll tell you who I pick.
Why is this guy even in here?
That's a good question.
Nick Madden. What?
It's funny how they don't give you a whole lot of choices. It's just kind of what they put on there.
Well, you can write in a player.
Oh, that's right.
You can write in a player.
I forgot about that.
Good grief. I'm going Ramirez.
Oh.
Is that who you went?
No, I went with Josh Young for...
Oh, that's right. Rookie guy.
Yeah.
That'll be different next time we do this. He'll hit a swamp. Hey, you know who I'm going with, baby? Arenado. Let's go.
Yep.
What are we, shortstop? You went RC? That wasn't a good choice.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
No. You kidding me?
All right. He's not doing well, but there is no doubt that he will be an all-star. Trey Turner.
Okay, I don't completely disagree with that one. I think he's turning things around.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a popularity thing too. I mean,
yeah,
it's Trey Turner. He's a blockbuster piece. He's a blockbuster deal. No way the dude doesn't make All-Star.
But okay, I get it's a popularity thing, but then again, is it fair to those guys that are performing way better than the guys that aren't?
No, but look who's what is it, second base? Look who's top of the list. Dude ain't even playing. He's out. He ain't played a game all year.
No, he has. He's actually back.
He's back.
Yeah, he's been back for like 2 weeks. think the first week
Uh,
of June he came back.
uh,
He made
my
his season
bad.
debut.
You see
But
how much I care about the Astros, right?
to to your point, he hasn't been playing long enough.
No, yeah. All day, baby.
Okay,
All day. Ain't no
you
doubt.
can't go you can't go wrong with that either. Adley
Rutschman or
Rutschman.
Murphy.
Yep.
You want to see why Murphy's MVP? Or I mean all stars. Look how many people successfully stolen bases on him.
Not many.
Not many at all. I mean, all right. I hate
That's a
him.
tough one.
Yeah.
You don't like Jordan Alvarez?
Yeah, I like him. I went to a Braves game earlier in the year, their first series. He hit one. He crushed one way out of there. I mean, it was sealed the deal for him. Ooh, old KK hitting 296.
Yeah, power's not there.
No, he's old, man. Cut the old man a break.
You know, Hunter, J-Rod. I forgot Jared was on there too.
Hey, man. I mean, come on. How could you skip Trout? Did you pick Trout?
Yes, I did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I'll give it
How
to
about
Trout.
Tucker? For our show,
Nah,
he's being disappointing.
power's there. He'll probably finish hitting
For who?
25 home runs.
Oh, Varsho? Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude can play anywhere, too.
yeah. Jose Siri.
Let's go with him.
That's not bad.
I want to pick J-Rod, but I can't do it. I'm not doing it.
Wait, go down a little bit.
You looking at Josh Lowe?
No. Luis Robert.
Who? Oh, right here.
That's not a bad pick
Right,
either.
man. Yeah. Too bad I'm going Josh Lowe.
Okay, you can go around with that.
All right. You know we're gonna wrap it up with Acuna. Mookie. I mean, on this side of the aisle is there's only really one pick. One pick that's
Gurriel's not a
tough.
bad pick either.
Yeah, I was looking at him. I was gonna scroll back up to him. He's on fire. Hey, why is Hayward in there? Nemo. Oh, Newt Bar. I got Ozuna on here or what? Dude's a designated hitter.
Right?
This is a topic I want to talk about. Is this guy right here?
Bro, he's hitting
He's
177.
god awful. He'll finish with a 140. He'll finish with a 140 with 55 home runs or some crazy shit.
The 177 is probably every home run that he's hit.
That's all he hits. He strikes out or homers.
You got to go with Tatis.
Man, I ain't going none of the damn Padres. You can hang it up. Sorry, man. This guy, 331. He ain't got no power.
He used to hit some home runs with the Blue Jays. Michael Conforto, Nick Castellanos is doing.
Hey, for my guy out there, going Corbin for you.
Yeah, so we pretty much had the same outfield except for the American League.
Yeah, I mean Ohtani, not even a question.
You're not
a question.
What? Harper?
Yeah. Harper, yeah.
You got to explain that.
Is Bryce Harper? Wait, I mean he just got back, right?
No,
I mean, not that he's been back, but
he's been playing for about a month.
He's been playing for a month. Wait, tell me when that dude hasn't been an all-star. Because sometimes longevity has to play into it, right? So tell me a season when he hasn't been an all-star. There's no doubt. Designated hitter in the National League is Bryce all day.
I think there were maybe better options. So far, it could change. So,
I mean, here, let me look. Let me see who else we got. I mean, you're going to put Blackman over him?
No. Nope.
I mean, Darno's slugging, but see, Darno don't play every day.
Keep going. That guy right there.
Who? Joey?
JD Martinez.
Where's he at?
You skip him. Go up a little bit.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Why? Because he's hitting 15 homers, 44
Because
RBIs.
he's doing good.
I
Look at
bet he
his
had a lot
OPS.
more. He has a lot more plate appearances than Bryce.
His OPS is literally 100 points more than Bryce Harper.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. How many more games though has he played?
I'll probably say 30 more games.
All right
Maybe.
then. I mean
Maybe.
that's damn 100 at bats.
Maybe.
No, you can't change my mind, bro. Bryce, all day.
But look
Put a
at
house.
Tatis. Look at Tatis. He came back when in was it April?
Hey,
So he
I
missed a
can't hop.
month too.
I can't hop on the Padres train with you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I gotta
Hey
say I'm on
Zach,
there.
who you got, man? That's what I want to know.
Who?
Uh, he's left already. I was trying to figure out where he was going to be at. All right.
So, hey, what do you think about the Mets and how their performance?
The Mets.
Yeah. That's a huge name for you, huh?
Yeah. Did you see the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're underperforming. I mean, they got the biggest payroll in baseball. They just got swept up by the Braves.
Yeah, they're
Give me a
doing pretty bad.
second. I'm a Braves fan, okay? Everybody knows that. But I think the Braves are underperforming as well. So when they underperform and sweep the Mets are really underperforming.
But they're still in first place, though.
Yeah, but I mean they're on a 6-game streak. So I mean they swept the Mets, beat the Nationals, beat Arizona in a series, lost to Oakland in a series. I just think they could be better. That's all.
Yeah, they
and unfortunately, and I hate to say this, but it's kind of like with LA too. There's a few teams that are like this. Atlanta just recently got like this. LA is like this. New York like this, and I'm thinking San Diego now too with the payroll and the players they have. It's World Series or bust.
Yeah.
Division titles don't matter. Pennants don't matter. Like, we want a pennant, win the World Series, but if you don't win the series, it's a terrible season.
Yeah, they don't want to go to. They don't want to make it. They don't want to make the postseason anymore. They just want to go straight through and win the whole thing.
Oh yeah, well the fans too. I can tell you, with the team we have assembled. If they don't anything less than at least a World Series appearance is a failure. Unfortunately, with the team they have.
So look at these teams, right? You got the Yankees with the payroll that they have, and they're sitting in third place. And they are 9.5 games back from the Tampa Bay. Now, same with Toronto. Toronto is right behind the Yankees. They're 10.5 games back. And Boston, I mean, you don't even know what they're doing over there. Same thing with Seattle. I'm actually kind of disappointed how Seattle is performing so far. But they have a pretty good team. They have a pretty good squad. It's just the fact that they're 10 games back, they still got some ways to go. I mean, they're on the last 10 games, they're 3-7.
Yeah, I mean, Seattle's underperforming. There's a lot of, and that's interesting. But where we're at in the year it is what it is. There's a lot of teams that are underperforming, and there's a lot of teams that are overperforming. Arizona being one, Pittsburgh being one.
The Marlins are overperforming for what they
Marlins are
have.
overperforming. The Mets are underperforming. The Phillies are underperforming.
The
Uh,
Cardinals are in last place in their division.
Texas overperforming. Houston
Yep.
underperforming.
Yep.
But and I've always said this, being a baseball fan, I don't pay attention to none of that shit until after All-Star break, until they
That's one
make
thing.
moves, and then that's when teams start playing. They start, they stop like navigating the schedule per se,
Yeah.
and games start. Every game matters,
Yeah.
and so that's when that really comes into effect, is after All Star. So I don't get too, you know, as long as the team that I want to, that I want to win or whatever is at least within 5 games at All Star break, I'm not worried about it until after that.
That's not too bad. Well, the Braves are 4.5 games, in front of
Yeah,
the Marlins. So
yeah.
I think the Mets should be probably worried about it a little bit. And we were talking about the process earlier and how they seem, for lack of a better term, desperate because they're calling out their prospects. I mean, the money that they're paying to perform, they're not performing. Starling Marte is not performing. Lindor he's being clutch when he needs to, but he's not doing much outside of that.
The whole team's underperforming. I mean, they
Yeah,
went into Atlanta
everybody.
and had a chance to win the series, and we took them. We came back and beat them.
Yeah, and
And each game comeback wins. And when that last one being, they were knocking Strider all around in a way that Strider's never been knocked before. I mean, they scored like 10 runs. They hit a grand slam off of him, and then we just hammered away, chipped away,
and that's a
and then
good
walked it
thing.
off.
See, that's a good thing about baseball because baseball is more of it's a failures game, but
Yeah,
you're never guaranteed anything
no,
until it's over.
no. What
So
it's a timing
because
game for sure.
because with basketball, you can have the best players and you can guarantee that you're gonna win for the most part. Same with football. You can have the best players and you can guarantee pretty much you're gonna win.
Uh, that's
I would say
debatable.
so. That's debatable.
Oh yeah, yeah. You got to have football. You can have good players, but if you don't have a good, because football is so schematic and it involves uh,
I know it
an
involves more
offense
strategy.
clicking. Yeah, well, I mean, you got to have a good playbook. You got to have a good quarterback that understands the system that they're running, and a good scheme. To yeah, uh, good players help you in football. Yeah, but really, one of the most important pieces is your coaching, really. And if you don't believe me, you look at that 19 LSU squad, same squad year before, like a 4 or 5 loss team. They went to the offseason. That was in 18, or that was in 17. They got beat by UFC Central Florida the Knights in 18 in their well no it would have been in 19, like January 19, in their bowl game. They come back the next year, that 2019 season, and I mean, like, they blew every record out the book. But the difference was they acquired Joe Brady, the offensive pass coordinator, and he put such a good scheme in there and built a scheme around the players he had that they were unstoppable. I mean, that was a different time in college football. Dude. Those dudes were exciting. Look at it. You look at Georgia. Georgia's always had the defense to be national champions, even in the Mark Richt squads. But what made the difference these last couple of years when they've been winning is Todd Mumpkin, the offensive coordinator. He came in, and that's all Georgia would ever, you know, they always kept people from scoring points. They always had good defenses, but they never had the offense part of it to go with it. But yeah, I mean, football to an extent, good players, but you got to have a good scheme in place
Yeah.
and players that understand it.
Okay. So, but you can agree it's a lot different than baseball, though, as far as because not so with the point I'm trying to get is look at the teams that you can say on paper they're unstoppable,
Yeah.
and look at how many times they make the playoff. Well, look at what was the team that look at Houston. They seemed they were unstoppable last year, and
Yeah.
the Phillies stopped them. And then if you look at the Phillies and where they at this year, they're sitting in third place, 8 games behind. I mean, they are. It's still early in the season, but they're not performing like a World Series team right now, and they never did last year either. They were kind of sneaking by,
Who
and
you
they
talking
just
about? The
happened to,
Phillies?
yeah, and they just
Well,
happened to catch a
they
hot
didn't.
streak. And
They didn't win it last year. Houston did.
Houston won it last year.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They got them. Philadelphia got them. Dude, Houston. Yeah, no one was even close. They went and demolished them. I think. They only took one game from them. Phillies did. Yeah. Yeah, Houston won it
Okay.
last year. Duster Baker's first.
Okay, that was my bad. That was my bad.
Yeah, you're good.
That was
You're
my
good.
bad. But no, the point I'm trying to make is the fact that not all stack team are gonna make it. The Yankee has been trying to make it for years,
No.
paying
And
for it. I mean, look at the team that San Diego is trying to assemble, and
well, yeah, I mean that goes back into uh when you build a team, you got to build it around chemistry and passion and
yeah,
players that want to win. Because you look at like the national squad that won in 19, yeah, or 18 or 19, they won. They weren't that good. Atlanta wasn't that good in 21, and Philly really, like you said, they squeaked by. Uh, got lucky because they got a second wild card. That was new. They got in on the second wild card, not the first.
okay,
So they got in. So a year prior, Philly's not even in it.
yeah,
That's how bad they played.
yeah, yeah.
But now they got a second wild card. They get in, they squeak in, and demolish the Braves. Uh, and then go right on through San Diego, and then and then they meet their maker in Houston and get beat up. But the interesting thing about that whole ordeal was
Which is
Atlanta last
funny.
year.
They won
Atlanta last
101
year.
games.
Who?
The Braves.
No. Well, what I was going to say was that look at their record all day games versus night games. They were like atrocious at day games, and every one of the playoff games versus the Phillies, except for the one they won, was a day game, and they lost all of them. They had one night game. Atlanta took that one, and Philly took every other game. It was during the day, like a 3 or 4 o'clock game. No idea why they didn't give them prime time. But Atlanta had 0 night games.
That was a
And
setup.
huh?
So that was a setup.
Yeah, and they were atrocious. I mean, they lost games all. I mean, dude, they were bad. I don't even think on day games like they were 500. I think they were under 500 on day games last year.
Hey, what do you think are your chances of the Pirates making the playoff? Just making the playoff.
Pretty good. I think with the second wild card,
You think they're gonna squeeze it in?
maybe. Yeah.
I can see that if they keep
You don't
playing the
think
way
they'll
they're
win the
playing.
Central?
That's rough, man. Honestly,
Who's got the lead over the Brewers?
they are in first place right now,
Yeah.
but
Hmm.
they're a tie
Yeah. I don't
with
know.
Milwaukee, and then you got. So the Cardinals are in last place, and they're only 7 games behind. That's not many games. It's not like they're 15 or 20 games out.
Yeah.
They're pretty much right then and there. And then you got Cincinnati 5 games behind. So the Brewers and the Pirates are tied for first place, and then right behind them you got Cincinnati 5 games back. And I think there's a lot of competition, honestly.
Yeah.
So if they squeeze in, it might just be barely, and I think it's gonna be think it's gonna be down to the last couple
I take
games.
that back. I take that back. I think they got to win the Central or they don't get in.
Yes, that's kind of
Yeah, I
that's
take
how
that
it's gonna
back. I'm
be.
sorry. I forgot about Arizona being so good over there in the West, along with LA winning a lot of games. Then you got the
Yeah,
East.
yeah,
The Braves are going to win a lot. The Mets they're still a 30-win club, so and the Marlins are doing good. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, they got to win the Central. If they don't win the Central, they're out.
yep. So
I'm with you.
yeah, they're gonna
Sorry, I
squeeze.
take that one back.
They're gonna squeeze right in there, because if you look at the teams, so if you look at the wild cards, the teams that has a as of right now is the Dodgers, the not the Dodgers, I'm sorry, the Braves, Arizona, and Pittsburgh, the Pirates. Those are your three
Uh,
teams.
you said the Braves?
Yes.
No, they're winning the East, so they wouldn't be a wild card.
No, no, not the wild card. The division
Oh,
for each.
yeah.
So for the wild card, you got the Dodgers, the Marlins, and the Brewers behind them, and right behind them you got that are fighting to get in it. It's too early in the season, but within 3.5 games, you got San Francisco, Philadelphia, and San Diego, and then you got
Mhm.
the Mets right behind them. So they're not. I mean, they're gonna have to fight for it. I believe. I
But
think
you
a lot
say,
of these
yeah,
teams.
yeah. I mean, but they'll only be one game back in Miami, and if Milwaukee takes because they're tied, if they swap Milwaukee, then they're the third spot in the wild card.
Yeah,
Miami will collapse. Mm, we'll see. It's too close. We'll talk
yeah.
about it. But New York's way back there. But I think they have to win the Central. Now
Yeah.
looking back at it, they got to win.
New York is way too far out. I don't think they're gonna make it, honestly.
The Mets.
No, New York. Well, yeah, yeah.
I ain't that far back.
Their pitching is
Yeah, it's
terrible.
bad. It's
I
bad,
mean,
but like I said, if you can be within 10 games at All Star break, you still got a chance, buddy.
yeah, you do,
I don't care what
you
anybody
do.
says. I mean, look at the Yankees blew a 20-game lead last year, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they come out to win it, the East, but
Yeah, they were
if
they
you can
were
be within
scraping
10
by.
games, and New York's only 10 games now, Atlanta will lose some. I mean, they're on a 6-game streak, and they went back 9 games because they got swept. We swept them up three games. Philly's on a 6-game streak too. They're still 8 games
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
That's what I'm
Hey, what do
saying,
you think
man.
of what do you think about San Diego? And you want to go with that, San Diego and Marcus Stroman? You want to talk about?
Oh yeah, yay or nay? Yeah. Back to the yay or nay. I think we got my question and then one more Chris's yay or nay, and then we'll wrap it up for the day. But yeah, my yay or nay question has nothing to do with stats. It will be straight opinion based, and I know people looked at it, but Stroman struck out Juan Soto on a pitch that Juan thought was a ball, and it was nowhere near a ball. It was on the corner and it was on the inside low corner, but it was a strike all day in every way. Uh, Soto made a big deal about it. So what did Stroman do? Oh, grabbed his nuts and gave him the old Soto shuffle. Agree or disagree? You go ahead. Because you go ahead. You agree or disagree
With how
with him
Marcus
doing it?
Stroman with
Yeah,
Marcus Stroman?
with the
Yeah,
situation. Yeah,
yeah, I agree. I agree. Why not?
yeah, yeah. I mean,
If
hey, here,
if
go ahead.
if hitters can do it, why not pitchers?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Two guys going at it. You know, you throw Juan Soto a ball, that's the first thing he's going to do. He's going to rack him up and take two shuffles towards you and look at and stare you in the eyes.
You
Why
know,
not do it back?
the thing that I don't like that. Well, sorry. The thing that I did like about Stroman is is kind of the way he went about it. He wasn't like he was doing it, but he was doing it indirectly. You know what I mean?
Strowman?
Yeah, like he
Uh,
was he was doing it, but it wasn't like he was looking at him the whole time while he was doing it. He was just kind of like turning around and he was shuffling.
yeah. Well, I think Strowman got pissed off with the. Strowman got pissed off with Soto with his response to it. And that's why he did it, obviously. Uh, and I don't know what Soto was thinking. I mean, it was a strike all day. Uh, and sometimes, they know more about it than we do, but I feel like maybe the sellers or the hitters sometimes try to sell the umpires, especially with Soto, someone who's known for his eye.
Yeah,
So maybe they felt like that he's trying to sell an umpire on that call. Yeah, for like not for that at bat, maybe for the next at bat though, because the umpires think, oh, that's Juan Soto. He's got the best eye in the game. If he thought it was a ball, maybe I need to tighten in my strike zone. You know what I'm saying? And so I think when he made that deal, and he made a big deal about it, I think it just rubbed him wrong. And so he all shuffled out. Why not? But you're right. He kind of did it indirectly. But if you look, uh, when he flipped back around and got the ball back, Soto was staring him down, and he looked him eye to eye and gave him a face. So
yeah, I think the attitude has a lot to do with, because
was
some of the,
was
some what I mean by that is some players do it, their buddies, they know each other, they do it, and they just do it because they're just making fun of, the other
yeah,
player. And some of them do it just to piss the other guy off. I mean, whether they want to cause a brawl or not, I guess it's up to the players. But
so why do you think Stroman did it?
because he's the type of person that would do it.
I mean, do you think he did it in intent to piss piss Soto off, or do you think he was like being playful about it?
That's a very good question.
Because
That's a very good
that's
question.
basically what you said. Some do it in playful, some are being
And
playful
some
when they do it, and it's funny, and then some are doing it to,
to piss.
like screw that guy, screw, I'll mock him.
I can't I can't speak for him and the reason why he did it, but and I mean I don't have any problem with it myself, but I think it wasn't playful
No, it wasn't. I don't think it was either.
because 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 I know Strowman, and I mean I don't know him personally, but I know the way that he carries himself and the
Yeah,
attitude that he gives out.
yeah. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm with you. At the end of the day, I think he rung up Soto on a really good pitch. Stroman knew it was a good pitch.
Yep.
Soto was being a little dramatic about it. And so he said, hey, Soto, you're always dramatic with us. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Shuffled out and stare him down,
Yep.
and I like it though. I got no problem. I'm not the biggest, as you know, I'm not the biggest Juan Soto fan to start with because I just don't think he's good. Don't get me wrong. No one misunderstand what I'm trying to say here. I just don't think he's that good. He's just not. I mean, he's good. He's above average for sure. He's not as good as they make him out to be.
You think he's overhyped?
Yes, he's
Okay.
still a really good player. I mean, I'm not saying he should be down in AAA. I mean, don't misunderstand what I'm trying to say. I just think he's overhyped for sure. That's a good way to put it. I
And
don't
not
think
worth
he's
and
yeah,
not worth $400 million.
no, Mm-mm, not at all. I mean, look, he walks a lot. That's what people like. He walks a lot and he can hit the ball a mile, but he doesn't really have that good of average, and he's average, maybe above average, just a tad above, but he's average to tad above average, a defensive player.
So then the question will be, how do MLB value the player and give him a number?
Oh, well, we've talked about this. Same with J Rod. Same with Ronald Acuna. Michael Harris, all those young guys coming up, Judge, their performance can dip a little bit and they will still get those big contracts and be talked like they're a blockbuster deal, but it's because they bring more than just performance to the table. You take someone like we're talking about Dalton Varsho, right? Like that guy's not exciting. Like he has to perform to do well and stay in the bigs.
Yeah.
Juan Soto and them, they can take a hit on their performance because they're more marketable. People are excited about them. They're young. People like them. They sell jerseys. They sell hats. They sell tickets. So, it's they can perform a little less than everybody else, uh, and still get big money deals. And it's because they bring that to the table. You know, they bring like J Rod, for example. J Rod's not doing like ultra hot this year. He's only been in the league a few years, but he's already signed that deal with Alaskan Airlines. Like Dalton Varsho is not getting a deal like that with Alaskan Airlines. I don't care if you put him in Seattle. He just,
No.
he's going to have to
that
go out and put up productive numbers to stay in the league. Whereas J Rod, because of his name, how he's marketed, how he can be marketed, they might can settle on him for the 240 average, and like a 240 average and 20 home runs on the year. But it's because he'll sell seats, he'll sell jerseys, he'll sell hats. He's
Yeah.
valuable in other ways than performance.
See, and he might. The thing is, I think he might do it. He might not. Like as far as be persuaded to take that type of contract. Only reason why I don't think he's not is because, I mean, he's young. He's 24, going on 25 this year. And I think that's going to be a pivotal age in the career compared to the guys that you were talking about. I mean, Michael Harris is 21. Acuna, when he took that deal, he was like 22, maybe 23.
Yeah.
J-Rod is 21,
Well,
22.
I'm not even talking about the deals. I'm just, you ask kind of what the difference is.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I was gonna go with. That he's just not gonna settle for less than what he think is worth. So he might just put on himself I don't know, let's just say a $330 million tag based off, he can say, okay, I'm not gonna hit 330, 320, but you can guarantee me that I'm going to get on base a lot more than a lot of people in the league.
Yeah, but I mean, but like I said, it goes back to his defense too. I mean, he might get on base, but he might cost him a run with shitty defense. So it's here nor there. I mean, because you've seen, I mean, I went to a game and watched him, and he let one fly right over his head he should have had all day. And then I've seen highlights, pop fly hit to him out there, and he just muffs it. I mean, the dude is not, to me, top level defender, and that's most of the reason why I don't saddle up the horse for him. He can get on base, he can hit the ball a mile. You know what I mean? You still there? All right. Well, we're having some technical difficulties. We're going to wrap up the show. Thanks for tuning in. It was our second show. Give us a follow, a share, a like. We've got Instagram, Facebook, YouTube channel, Twitter. 2:30 Fridays is when we're streaming. Thanks for tuning in. Give us a like and a share and a follow. Thank you.